Good old Dusty. See who shows up today. Zoning. Check this shit out. Wedding cake batch. 31%. 31. Ooh, I was gonna go to the yard shack, but we about to do a Dusty style since Dusty back rolling this shit. I was sliding all morning for old time's sake. Shit, I really wanted to get Dusty where I could park him and just leave him. He said that wedding cake had him hallucinating. Maybe that's why I've been having hard days. I've been smoking wedding cake from 3 different manufacturers. I've been smoking Old Pal wedding cake. I smoked Old Pal wedding cake. I smoked this West Coast Trees wedding cake. I smoked some Humboldt Farms wedding cake. With this shit right here, ooh, this 31%. That should belong in a jar. That shit gas. That's all I really been smoking lately is wedding cake. Come to find out, that's some of the best shit going right now. I didn't even know I've been smoking exotic. There ain't no one here to quitter though. I be abusing wedding cake. Ooh, 38% and shit. Well, damn. 38% will shut anybody up. But now the highest that I found was it 38%? It might have been 38%. Or was it 40? I think I found 40 one time. This shit right here. What's this other shit called? This other shit was gas too though. This Old Pal Cosmic, this shit 26%, but this shit fire. So it's Dusty a V8, but of course, if Dusty had hands, he'd probably try to slap you for saying that. A V6? That's disrespectful. Nah, he's definitely a 351. Crazy Nick, I'm live. All right, so, but some of that wedding cake I had wasn't that strong. Like some of it was like 20-something%. Mama make him the best. I'll be asleep 14 hours, wake up hot. Damn. It said, Dusty does got real character. That's what's up. He had to bring it to life, though. He had to show me a thing or two. Onda Sin Cal. And shout out to all the other moderators, too. So, first off, on the agenda, they really let Zimmerman go, though. Y'all see that shit? I mean, of course, he still got trials and things to face. But if that's a sign of times to come, then shit. If they got the power to let that man go on a $1 million bill, and somehow he come up with it, shit, then they got the power to find his motherfucking ass innocent too. So shit, ain't nothing about to surprise me. Hold on. Get this shit right. Then on a sadder note, did anybody hear about the girl? Anybody from Sacramento on here? First of all, hear about the little 6-year-old girl that got killed in Del Paso Heights in my neighborhood? All right, so hold on 1 second. Fucked up. I'm about to tell y'all. I'm about to share this with y'all because it's a hell of a coincidence involved in this shit. All right, so zoning. First off, so I found out yesterday that my connection to that little girl. I'm so used to people getting killed and like, you kind of got connection, you kind of don't. But yesterday, I found out, man, I watched that little girl from a little girl. She was 9. When I first came home in 2013, her grandma and her mom stayed in the same apartment complex right behind me. Mom named Candy, daughter Michaela, brother named Twan, rest in peace. So what's messed up is that Twan, first off, let's say that girl, little Michaela, rest her soul, she's up there with her uncle. But when I first came home in 2013, Twan, that little girl's uncle, was one of my first friends when I first came home after doing that 17 years. And Twan was one of the hardest hustling motherfuckers I ever met. Twan was from Vallejo. Twan would wear the same clothes for 4 days straight. Hustling though. Hustling. I watched him go from walking to riding a bike to driving a Beamer to rapping that thing. But Twan, that was my dog. And I remember when he got locked up and he came home and I still fucked with him. And then I got locked up and then he died. He had overdosed. So I know that. So then this happens. And Candy was one of the ones that got shot. She was one of the women that got shot. So mother got shot alongside her daughter. Neither one was the intended target. Neither one. I had no idea though that I was connected to that situation, but that was my neighborhood. That was very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Ivan, what's at it? Droops. He says he's back. Hey, so this is another thing. What y'all, as we adults, right? We're adults, but I need to know, what do y'all think about TikTok? What do y'all think about TikTok? Do y'all think TikTok is a part of our future? Like, do you want to be? This is just a thought. I'm just shooting this out there. But remember when Facebook first came, and there was people that was probably like apprehensive, like I ain't doing no damn Facebook. Fuck that shit. I ain't doing that shit. And then all of a sudden, Facebook, next to you know, that shit take over. And if you didn't jump it, I had a Facebook account in 2009, so in prison. So I was on that wave. But what if you would have missed it and been one of them people that was like, I'm not doing Facebook? Mm-mm. Then you look up years later, you just now doing Facebook, and everybody else did Instagram and everything else because you was stuck. So I'm wondering, is TikTok a part of the future that if you're gonna be a social media person, that you got to get on that thing? So y'all been wondering why the hell Dirty been dancing for the last 2 days with my little broke hip. That's why Dirty been dancing. Dirty trying to get my little TikTok count up. Because y'all don't like TikTok. Put it like this. For the government to want to govern TikTok, they must understand something about it. Either they understand that like it's gonna be a tool for the future and they want in, or it can be used for other things that we ain't aware of yet that's a danger. But for now, I think that's a wave that the world is all getting on, and I think that shit. I had to get on there and do my little merengue thingy thing. He said, "It's making being goofy cool." Yes, yes. In these day and ages, in this day and age, motherfuckers need to laugh. They need to be laughed. It's a bunch of miserable people around right now. You know that. I know that. This some motherfuckers ain't got shit to smile about right now. Let's see. All right, so Ivan, man, kick off a question. We already said it's a sad day because they didn't let the dude out, man. They ain't let the dude out. $1 million bill though, but shit. If anybody can come up with $1 million bill, shit. Shit, should couldn't even come up with $1 million. At one point, did you see some baby talking about being 25 joining the blood? Damn. 25 joining the gang, period. We don't do that. Like, either you grew up in it or you grew up in it. You don't just decide at 25 years old, I'm going to be a blood. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? Because that literally means this. That literally means that from the age of 0 to 25, what you did don't matter because you wasn't governed by the code, by the gang code. You was the G code. You wasn't governed by that. So therefore, you could have did hella shit from the age of 0 to 25. And then all of a sudden now you want to join the gang and then be protected by the umbrella. Oh hell no. That don't make no sense. You come trying to join. Now you might be able to join organizations and in some cases secret societies, but you just ain't gonna join that like that and not be under heavy scrutiny. So if he wasn't Sada Baby, if he was just a regular motherfucker, he might not have got away with that. But Sada Baby, he kind of gonna get away with that because he at the top of the game, and hey, it is what it is. Damn, 25. 25 years old is already a family man for some people. You're already a family man at 25. And now you want a gangbang. That just shows he didn't think his music would make it without something to attach to it. His music alone probably couldn't do it. I do know that he got connections to Sacramento though. But it's a lot of people in the game probably jumped in at 20 something. 20 something. Now they a rapper. Because they knew they couldn't do it by themselves rapping. So niggas did already the 2 prison trips and the wives and back for real. So that shit is hella fake. He said, if you in the 10th grade trying to get put on, it's too late. Only because I was before the 10th grade. I'm gonna agree with you. But juvenile hall goes all the way up to 17. So I'm gonna just go out there and say, if you wasn't on before you left juvenile hall, or the age that you would have went to juvenile hall, then you kind of late. Then it got to be some extra circumstances to go along with it. Damn, he said I got jumped in my hood at 13, got out of prison at 25. Now I ain't gonna have a name. See, that's the thing, right? Let me say some real shit. The way you get respect has definitely changed. The way you get respected has definitely changed. Like I'm gonna be honest. I gotta be honest. When you first hit the line in prison, like the way you establish respect, I'm sorry, it's the way you carry yourself is one way and violence is the other. And putting in work. But you got where does that respect come from? Is respect from your peers? Respect from people that don't know you? Just respect from people from your city? How you get respect all the way around? That's what you want. You don't just want to be respected by your 5 homies. You want to find a lane that gets you respect that's really worth something. Respect that can make a difference. Somebody that decided at 25 years old and they got tough. Might as well get 9 to 5 business. The age to get put on is between 11 and 15. And zone, and because again you right, I gotta agree with you. I gotta say 11 to 15. I have to agree with you because I fit that age bracket. How old was I? 7th grade, 1991 to 92. So I was 11 turning 12. I was 11 turning 12. If you're not tripping in middle school, I can remember I can remember in middle school wearing my purple sweater and the nigga from the Manners who ended up being my partner later, and we in the chow hall. We in the cafeteria banging on each other. I'm throwing up the heights, he throwing up the Manners, and that was in 1992. CC in the 7th grade, he was going, yeah. 7th grade, but 7th grade is when I knew what time it was. The 8th grade, when I went away from my junior high, is when I knew what time it was, because my hood was not liked by all hoods. Once I hit high school, they already knew he from the Heights, even though he lived in the South area. I was already bad, but God think By the time I hit high school, I had already been to juvenile hall 3 times. By the time I hit high school, I had already been in juvenile hall 3 times. So I was already, man, I was already on the wrong way. I still played sports though. Oh yeah, let me go back. Ian said, "Did you find did you find juvie worse when it came to gang banging activities?" Hell yeah, hell yeah. Let me describe the a night in the lockdown unit as a result of gang banging. When you walk into I unit in juvenile hall, when you walked into I unit, it was one hallway. Each hallway is full of young, baby, badass, gang banging, can't stay on the unit motherfuckers. So all you hear is, fuck you, blood, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, rah, rah, fuck you, all night long. These niggas is banging through the door. All night long, you would think you was in a movie scene. It sounded like the beginning of Big Herc's. When Big Herc come on, and this is juvenile hall. So y'all want to hear a funny story? A funny gangbanging juvenile hall story? And I'm not going to change the names. Who want to hear a funny juvenile hall gangbanging story? Shit. It's that 31%. Yes. All right, so this story right here, man, this shit hella funny. Oh, phone down. Tell you what. Damn. Some of y'all wonder why I be recording in portrait, and that's because I can't figure out how to get this motherfucker to act right in landscape. For those of you who be wondering. All right, how about this? We go old school 2018 dirty. Well, my head was a little bit smaller. See, right now, my head is... Oh, actually, you know what? I still got I can fit 2 heads in here. But anyhow, this story right here, man. So I'm in I unit, right? I done went to I unit probably for a fight. I'm not sure which fight it was. I had so many. So, but I done been cool because I still had a piece of ass respect. Something about me, I always had a piece of ass respect. So, anyhow, there's this dude named Marlon Ray. Marlon Ray. He from Matterview. He's so bad that he can't even be with nobody but me because I know him from the streets because I went to school with him and played sports with him. But this new version of Marlon is super turned it up. Super turned it up. But they got to give you 1 hour of rec every day. So they would lock me and him in this ping pong room, and me and him would just play dominoes and ping pong and shit like that, right? So every time the Crips came by, that nigga would jump up out the chair, go to the window, start dissing him, throwing up his gang signs, woofing on him. I'm talking about woofing 9,000. Woofing. So they looking at him through the window like, yeah, cuz, we gonna beat your ass, cuz we ever catch you. But they separate everybody in this unit. Like in the other main lines, they keep everybody together. But in this unit, they gotta try to separate everybody. So it's 5 Crips on this particular yard. And every time he in the room, they are woofing on each other. So why is it one day they let Marlon out? They let Marlon out. When they let Marlon out, he was already outside shooting hoops. He thinking he on the yard by himself. He thinking he on the yard by himself shooting hoops and shit because they didn't let him out first. So next thing you know, first Pep come around the corner, and Pep is the one, Pep and Baby Dirt from 29th Street, them is the ones he having the problems with because he from Meadowview. So when Pep come around the corner and see him shooting hoops, he like, shit. So he ready, he gonna fight one. Marlon gonna fight one, but he didn't know it was 4 more coming around the corner. So when they came around the corner, now mind you, hold on 1 second. So mind you, when he see Pep, he like he could fight Pep. Pep a big motherfucker, but he ain't got no choice because they coming out the only way. So next thing you know, now mind you, I gotta go back. We're gonna pause that because it was still gang banging shit the whole day since that's what we was on in juvenile hall. So anyhow, I'm in the and this all happened in the same day. So I'm sitting at the table with this dude named Cool Breeze. He running with the Crips right now. Later, he ended up being somewhere else. But he's sitting at the table with me, and he looking at me a little crazy because these other Crips in the unit, they kind of like trying to get all the bloods knocked down because they got the numbers. But I'm thinking I'm cool for whatever reason. I'm thinking I'm exempt from this shit. So Cool Breeze give me his lunch. He's sitting at the table with me. He give me his lunch. I'm like, you know what? Shit, I'm hungry as shit. Slide that shit. Damn. Hold on. So mind you, man, he didn't give me his lunch. I'm knocked it down. So then he said, let's play dominoes. And I'm like, what am I gonna play dominoes for? But yeah, okay. So I'm standing at the counter getting the dominoes to check out. I'm not tripping that he didn't got a little agitated because I didn't think he would be tripping with me. Next thing you know, he said, hurry up. And he hit the table, bam. And he stood up and started walking toward me. But I'm not thinking he's about to take off on me, though. Man, that motherfucker took off on me. Bing! When he hit me, that motherfucker hit me in my throat. Like, I don't know if you ever been throat punched. He tried to hit me in my chin, but he hit me in my throat. I was like, bing! When he hit me, I don't know. I was kind of shocked. I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of shocked. I might have threw some powders, but I got back with him. Ended up having him in the headlock and shit. Like it was a tussle. Like I didn't go out. Like he didn't knock me out or nothing like that. It ended up being an okay fight, right? Then the staff came in and fucked me up a little bit. So the Crips then ran the drill. That was a drill. Shit, they got me up out of there. So now this is the same day though, but the Crips, they sent a torpedo at me. So they still 5 deep while I'm locked out. I'm locked up in my cell now. So I can't come back out. But the other 5 Crips can. And Marlon, and because I can't come out there with Marlon now, that's how Marlon ended up outside by himself. So now this is the same day. So when they come outside, they see Marlon shooting hoops by himself. Next thing you know, Marlon, he tried to run. He bull runs through Pep, because there's only one way back into the unit. So he put his head down, run through him. Next thing you know, they corner his ass. He pick up a chair. He starts swinging a chair at him. Now, I'm in my cell, and the crazy thing is that I will never forget the song that was playing. Because I was mad that I was on lockdown, that this motherfucker took off on me. Y'all remember that song, Mariah Carey, One Sweet Day? That, sorry, I never told you. That song. Man, that motherfucker was playing on a speaker while these motherfuckers is in the unit getting cracking. Get cracking. All I'm hearing is cheers. I'm hearing cheers. Get that nigga cuz. Get that nigga cuz. I'm hearing all type of yelling, alarms, and this song is playing. One sweet day. So I'm like, I'm wondering what the hell is going on. And in our unit, all you can see is the flap. Like our doors is covered by, look, picture if this is our cell window is covered like this. So we can't see shit. We can't see shit out the cell window. But you can see out the side. Like sometimes that motherfucker flap get old and then fold up so you can see kind of out the corner. You gotta squint, but you can see. So slowly but surely, I see Marlon come up the hallway. Fuck you niggas, you bitch ass niggas, fuck you. But with one staff cuffed up. I'm like, so they finally got Marlon. Then I see Baby Dirk come up the hallway cuffed up. You bitch ass nigga. Then I see Pep come up. Then I see Kenyatta come up. Then I see Shepard, rest in peace, come up. I was like, this shit here is crazy. But they, out of all five of them Crips, they didn't even get to Marlon. They didn't even get to him. That was all them trying to chase, all them chairs. That was all them trying to chase that nigga down. And then I found out, what ended up happening later is that Marlon was in the Bay Area. He was in Oakland, I heard. I don't remember if he got shot up, stomped up, or somehow, but he ended up somehow fucked up and ended up in a coma for a long time. And they ended up pulling the plug on Marlon Ray Garrett. They ended up pulling the plug on him, like, I don't know how long ago, but I think it was like a few years ago. What's up, Craig? Bill Goody. Beard long. But anyhow, so Juvenile Hall will make or break you. I ain't gonna lie. Juvenile Hall will make or break you. Because if you ain't about that life, the weak get fed on, and for sure, when you're dealing with kids, teenagers, the weak get fed on for sure, because the kids, they don't want to be the one getting picked on, so they either joining or trying to stay far out the way. And that's hard to do. Now, what about Pac? What about Pac? What about Pac? What about Pac? What, a Pac story? What are you talking about? But you're right, kids are ruthless as shit. Y'all ever seen Lord of the Flies? Who the hell is this? Hold on 1 second. It'd be some weird ass numbers. Don't tell no big cast ass Tupac stories. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I bet this. The only Tupac story I got to tell is when I found out Tupac got killed. Other than that, I ain't never met Pac. Never met Pac. But it's funny though. It's funny when you go outside of California. Motherfuckers be like, you know Snoop Dogg? I don't know no Snoop Dogg. That nigga's in a whole nother part of California. All right, man. Well, I give this 31%, 2 thumbs up. $25 an eighth. The Cosmic OG Indica, 26%, $20 an eighth. That's what I'm talking about. But anyhow, I fight with Suge over Pac Masters. Ain't that? All right, man. Well, we'll holler at y'all in a minute. Y'all be safe. I'll go live a little bit later, man. Stay tuned. Vegas coming up. Dirty Weather. Go.